My name is Phyllis Chen. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I attended Boston University for my undergraduate degree, where I graduated in 2022 with a bachelor's in neuroscience. I also have worked for a couple years prior to STEAM. I worked in startups, consulting, and market research. Not to sound like I've drinking the Notre Dame Kool-Aid, but it really is a place that, like no other, that I couldn't have ever imagined. It's so different from anywhere I've ever been. Boston is obviously a big and bustling city that is the center of a lot of innovation in our country, but I feel like a lot of it is hidden behind barriers that you might not see. It's a lot more difficult to access if you want to pursue something kind of more entrepreneurial or get your hands dirty. But Notre Dame has been so open and welcoming in terms of anything that you have an idea for, you can go ahead and pursue it. And it's really cool to see that undergraduates get involved in that as well. I'm particularly excited about the ESTEEM program because it's giving me the guidance and the resources to pursue whatever I want to pursue in a very safe, risk-free environment. I had no idea what I wanted to do when I came in here. All I was told was that it's okay. There's a bunch of different directions you can go into, from healthcare to energy solutions to AI. And so when we came into the program, they gave us a list of a bunch of different companies that had signed up to work with esteemed students. And then over the course of the next few weeks, we gave our preferences and then interviewed with a lot of those companies and some additional ones outside of our preferences. After that, re-ranked based on the interviews and the conversations we had with the capstone companies, and then got matched. I ended up being matched with my number one choice, which was Onawave Medical. It's a medical startup based out of Galway, Ireland, that is developing a non-invasive diagnostic device for endometriosis, but has implications for other pelvic health conditions as well. My particular capstone project is to help them assess the American landscape and create a go to market strategy for this market. My undergrad was in neuroscience, so I've always had an interest geared towards healthcare. I left that for a bit to work in business, but realized that what I really want to be at is the intersection of kind of health slash medicine and innovation. So that was the experience I was looking for coming into STEAM. And particularly, I really care about fixing things that matter with marginalized communities. I don't know much about medical devices, but the great thing about it was I didn't need to have an engineering background. It was really more about having that ability to talk to patients, understand them, but other stakeholders as well across doctors, insurers, other med tech people. It was just a really exciting opportunity to me to kind of see the industry across the entire landscape instead of being stuck in a singular niche of just being an analyst or just being a doctor or something else. A lot of capstone sponsors do offer the opportunity to go visit them. So when I saw that as an option, immediately put them higher up on my list. I've never been to Ireland, so I am hoping to go soon. I don't know when it'll be in the cards, but it is super interesting. There's actually not that much difficulty when it comes to coordinating time zones because a lot of our waking hours overlap, but it's been a completely different look into seeing the American healthcare system through someone else's eyes, but also learning more about their healthcare system as well, and just how much they can impact each other because I never knew that American hospitals actually do a lot of work in Ireland as well. If you have experience juggling a lot of different things, especially I've seen a bunch of people in undergrad do it or in their work experiences do it, you'll have no problem managing the workload. They try and scare you a little bit, but it's really totally fine as long as you know how to prioritize and organize. And it's a learning experience kind of like no other. They really throw you in from the first day into doing hands-on projects, from ideating your own startup and getting that validation to working on case studies that are exactly relevant to things you would encounter in the actual startup ecosystem or entrepreneurial world. The professors as well are so friendly, shockingly friendly, I would say, coming from a big university where they just tend to be more removed and focused on their research. The people here not just the professors, but everyone who attends here is in the community is so welcoming and helpful. And if you need something, they will drop everything to be there for you no matter what hour of the day. Like, I have professors giving me their personal cell phone number to contact them. And it could be 10 p.m., but they'll still hop on a call with me. People are giving you the resources to make sure that you succeed. I think I was really awakened to the idea of entrepreneurship after working 2 years in a lab where I was researching very important topics from infectious diseases and how they affect marginalized communities to gun violence and incarceration to child development psychology, and we were coming out with all of these results that I think could have very meaningful impact on the world, but because you're just working in a lab, nothing is done with that, and it just is kind of sent to a back corner unless someone actually wants to build upon it. And I realized that with entrepreneurship, that's the time when you can take the findings you get from research and start creating actual tangible solutions out of it. And fixing things that matter, I think, really ties into that. And the ESTEEM program also supports that with allowing you to study social entrepreneurship and showing you that there's another path other than just being solely driven by profit. They can show you that the things that you care about can be well balanced with creating a sustainable business. If you're a curious individual who wants to make an impact, I would look into the ESTEAM program because it's the exact setting that will teach you the tools in how to do so. I had no idea what I wanted to do when I came in here. All I was told was that it's okay. There's a bunch of different directions you can go into, from healthcare to energy solutions to AI. My undergrad was in neuroscience, so I've always had an interest geared towards healthcare. I left that for a bit to work in business, but realized that what I really want to be at is the intersection of kind of health/medicine and innovation. So that was the experience I was looking for coming into STEAM. And particularly, I really care about fixing things that matter with marginalized communities. Notre Dame has been so open and welcoming in terms of anything that you have an idea for, you can go ahead and pursue it. And it's really cool to see that undergraduates get involved in that as well. I'm particularly excited about the ESTEAM program because it's giving me the guidance and the resources to pursue whatever I want to pursue in a very safe, risk-free environment.